How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 Survival Series. So, in today's episode, we are finally going to be buying a new tractor. So, all of the tractors that we've got, these four, are going to remain for the time being, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to be buying a new tractor today, and it's going to be a modern one, so we're going to have to start dealing with death and all of that good stuff. It's been a few days since the last episode in game. And yeah, our crops are ready to harvest. So that is great. So we're going to be doing that today as well. And that's kind of why I want to buy the new tractor. So I did say that we are probably going to use the John Deere to cart our grain around. And we probably will do. But for this harvest, we are going to be using the new tractor. And we're also going to buy one, maybe two more trailers, so that we're not dealing with just that. So yeah, but first things first, as usual, we need to take care of the chickens. So yeah, oh, I made it easier on myself here, so that we can actually keep the chickens, because I was getting a little bit fed up with the chickens. I got a broom, so I don't have to bring the tractor over here. Ooh. So I don't have to bring the tractor over here every time. So, I just got knocked in the face with a broom. Nice. Okay. But yeah, we are going to be cleaning all of this up. And there we go. That seemed a lot more difficult than what it should have been. There we go. Alright, so that is cleaned up. We've got a bunch of boxes here with eggs and all of that good stuff. So I should probably... You know what? Let's just put them there. Because I don't know if they will produce. I don't know at what stage do they stop producing. Does this need to be full? I'm not sure. Anyways, because it was exactly the same amount of boxes the previous night. So, doesn't seem like they produced anything. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to be using the combine today, which is great. We haven't actually used this much. And I was thinking about buying a bigger one, a W540, I think it was. But with buying the tractor and buying trailers, we're going to be very, very short on money. So that is a no-go, basically. But anyway, we are going to head up to the shop, and we're going to configure the tractor, and then we'll drive it back. Alright, we are at the shop, and let's get this configured real quick. So, I have said that we are going to be buying a tractor many, many times, but I never said what we are going to buy. So, it doesn't really matter anymore. I wanted to get something that can do everything that all of the other tractors can do, but it doesn't really matter anymore because we're not actually selling any of the other tractors. But I'm still gonna do that just for versatility, so we've got something that can sort of do everything. And the one that I found that can do sort of everything that I wanted to do, and is still affordable, is the Valtra. So I don't know much about Valtra, but they're nice looking tractors. I was thinking about buying the 6R series from John Deere, and this does everything that I wanted to do, except that you can't get narrow wheels on it. And we might need narrow wheels, although we're going to be using the Ford for a lot of the field work. When we're buying bigger implements, the Ford might not have enough power. And there are other tractors further down the range that can do everything, but it doesn't have enough power. So I'm looking for at least 250 horsepower, because that's what the John Deere has. Our John Deere, the 440, is it the 40 series? Yeah. 40 series John Deere. So what we are going to do is, yeah, okay. I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to do it. Right, so we are going to do wide tires with weights right now, and this can get narrow tires, so we're not going to put that on now because we do have the Ford, but if we need it, we have that option. We are going to be buying used. We are going to take global positioning, because that's very handy. We are going to go for the biggest variant, which is a T234. And the smallest one is the 194. So that is 250 horsepower, which is fantastic. We are going to take the front loader attachment. So we've got that option, even though we'll use the Mercedes for most of that. Just in case we've got something really heavy. We've got that, and we've got the weighted rear wheels. Then comes the color. So we're not going to be taking white. We are going to be taking a John Deere green. And the rim color, we're going to be taking a John Deere yellow. So, yeah, let's just double check that. And I think this is pretty funny. Because I've got a name for this. Yeah. Okay, we're going to buy it, then I'll tell you what it is. So we've got everything that we want. Yes, buy. Beautiful. $181,000. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the farm the John-Tra-Valtra. There we go. It needed a name, and that was the name. It's a Valtra, but it looks like a John Deere, so it is the John-Tra-Valtra. So, yeah, that's a thing now. So, let's start it up. Oh, it sounds nice. And we've got def. We need to remember to buy def. We can buy it in pallets, so that's fine. Ooh, it's got a sunroof and everything. That's very nice. Yeah, it's very nice inside. Like I say, I'm very unfamiliar with Valtra, but I feel better now because it looks like a John Deere, and I'm quite familiar with John Deere, but I'm very happy to try out different tractors. This is nice, I have to say. This is nice. So what we're going to do is, while we're here, we're going to get it serviced. And then we're going to take it to the farm. Well, we're first going to buy some trailers. So I need to remember to do that. So let's do repair. That is, ooh, that's quite expensive. 1,604. But that is fine. We'll give it a wash when we get back to the farm. And, yeah, let's grab some trailers. I think the trailers we're going to buy second-hand because I did have a look at the price. And they're $5,000 cheaper per trailer second-hand. And we've only got $55,000 left. So $10,000 on 2 trailers because I want to try and buy 2. That's quite a bit of money. So we're going to go with the lizard wheels, the smaller ones, just because they match the one that we've got. So, yeah, I think that is fine. So that's $20,000, $5,000 discount, which is good. So we're going to buy 2 of those, and then we're going to have no money. We've got $15,000 left. So it sort of felt like we've had quite a lot of money for quite a long time. And now suddenly we've got a very small amount of money. And it feels a bit weird, to be honest. But, I mean, we're getting quite a bit of equipment for the money spent. So we can't really complain about that too much. Alright, now it's reversing this dolly. Not a big fan. But, I mean, you do get used to it after a while if you practice for a bit. Which I obviously haven't. That way. Just need to be patient with it, I find. Some people are really good at it, though. How far are we off? Oh, we're very far off. Dang it. Alright. We're only going to have to do this once more after this one. Alright, I think we're close enough. Let's go have a look. We do have manual attach on, so we have to, yeah, we can't just see. But that worked fine. That wasn't too bad. I used to be quite good at dolly trailer reversing. But yeah, it's something that you have to sort of continue doing to stay good at it. But yeah, anyway, that is that is the John-Tra-Valtra. So yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be a good fit on the farm. It's a medium-sized tractor. It's a pretty powerful tractor. We will get the trailers serviced on the farm. It doesn't really affect anything if we don't service them. But just for peace of mind, we are going to service them anyway, and then we'll hook them up to the other trailer that we've got. And yeah, then we'll be good for harvest. So we'll probably be starting that very, very soon here. That's obviously going to be a time lapse. So it might be a bit of a long time lapse, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I think the next thing, because the harvester that we've got isn't great, but it's not that bad. It is a 6-meter working width, which is okay. I mean, I can deal with that. But I think what we need to do next, or need to consider, we'll see how the money looks after the harvest. We've got 3 pretty big fields now, which is great. I mean, it's really, really good. So we'll see. It's either going to be next, either going to be a new combine, or it's going to be new silos, because the silos that we've got are, well, they're horrible. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. If I park that there, is that going to allow me to give it a quick service? And then we'll pull it over there and give it a quick wash. Yes, okay. 185, that's not bad. Probably just some seals and grease and maybe a bearing or two. And let's try and get the second one. Just stay away from the crops, because obviously we don't have row crop tires on at the moment. But yeah, like I said, we do have that option in the future. Obviously we'll have to buy them, which we haven't done, but we can if we need to, which is good. Right. I think that is pretty good. So what we'll do is open that and open that. And then we'll disconnect that. We'll grab the other one. Give them all a wash. Get everything ready for harvest. And then we'll jump into that. Hook this up. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to get this hooked up and give it all a wash, and then I'll come back to you guys when everything's ready to start with harvest, and we will start doing that. Alright, everything is washed up and serviced and hooked up and everything, so that is good. We've got a bit of a road train going here now, and I think that is a pretty good fit with our new tractor. So I'm very, very happy with this tractor. Well, so far, I mean, I've only had it for 5 minutes, but I do like it. I like the sound, I like the look. It is, I mean, I made a bit of a joke about it with the color scheme, but I think it actually works pretty well. But yeah, I do actually like it, and I wanted to try something different. You all probably know by this stage that I'm quite a big John Deere fan, but that is only because I'm familiar with them. I'm quite happy to try other tractors. I do like all tractors. I do like, yeah, just about all of them. So yeah, I mean, it's something that I wanted to try, and I'm quite happy to do that. Right, so next up is harvest. So let's hop into the combine for the first time in what feels like a very long time. Start it up. It's so quiet. Wow, that is quiet. Right, let's get this unfolded. Actually, I think it is unfolded. I can't even remember how to do that. Oh, it's been unfolded for, well, basically an entire season. So that's a thing. Right, how do you operate this thing again? There we, oh, okay. We need to connect some things. So we need to do that, and we need to do that. Alright, will this start up now? Yes, okay. That all works. I'm just trying to figure out my controls here again. Figure out how everything works. Beautiful, alright. So, what we'll do is we'll take, well, we'll start right over here. And we'll set the GPS up and all of that good stuff. So, oh, these silos just don't work over here. We need to get rid of them. I'm thinking putting them back there somewhere. Maybe taking away a few more of those trees, although I do like those trees. I don't want to take too many of them out, but we'll have to see. I think that's a good area to put them because it's flat. So we'll be looking at that in the near future, hopefully. Maybe some nice West steel bins, or even up there. So sort of right up over the combine, above those rocks. That could look very, very nice, having some big bins in the distance there. Because that is not land that we'll probably ever use for, well, for crops. And then this little service hut needs to move as well. So, and we might try and get something a bit more fancy. But anyway, we are going to jump into harvest. So this is probably going to be quite a long time lapse. So, yeah, enjoy. And, yeah, I'm going to knock everything out. And I'll probably see you guys when everything is done. And then we'll start looking at crop prices and whether we're going to sell now or sell later. And that also depends if everything actually fits in the silos. I'm not sure about the capacity of that. But anyway, let's see how this all goes. And yeah, this is probably going to be quite a long one. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, that is harvest done and dusted, and I think it went pretty well. So what we ended up with is 825 bushels of oat, 757 bushels of canola, and 581 bushels of soybean. And if we look at the prices, $70 per bushel right now for the oat, which I'm not really sure if that's a good price. It seems very good. And then for the canola, 75, and for the soybeans, 103. So yeah, I think that's going to be a decent amount of money. But we'll have to see. So I'm actually not sure. Is that price per bushel? That can't be. It might be. I don't freaking know. I'll have to do the math on that to figure out. But anyway, everything has been cleaned up and put away. So the trailers are over there. And the tractor's over there, and the combine is where it should be. And I have to say, up until this point, so far, I am very, very happy with our new tractor. It drives really nice. It seems to have a lot of power, and it looks nice and it sounds nice. So I'm very, very happy with our John-Tra-Valtra over here. And yeah, I think it's going pretty damn well. So other than that, yeah, I mean, tractor's good. The combine, not great, I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of that combine. It's a very old combine and it's definitely an upgrade on what we had. But yeah, don't like it very much. That is something that I really want to replace at some stage. The chickens are doing well, and I checked earlier. We have 77 chickens. So yeah, they've been busy. They've been breeding quite substantially, really. And I think it's because it's easier to keep them clean now with the broom. But I want to run up here and show you guys something. Because I bought some stuff, so you might have seen our money is a bit lower than what it was. So there's our field where we're going to do potatoes eventually. I don't know when, because I want to buy a combine first. And potato harvesting, well, potato equipment is very expensive. And I want to get a harvester, proper, or a bigger harvester. I mean, we've got a proper one. I just want a bigger one before I get into potatoes. Because, yeah, that's literally the price of a good combine. All of the potato equipment. But there is a forest over there behind that field. And we've done quite a bit of forestry at the back of that forest. But in that forest, I have placed 10 beehive boxes. So that will generate a tiny amount of extra money. It's really not a lot. Our water is producing something like $1,000 an hour. These bees boxes only produce, I think, $10 an hour. So having 10 of them, we're only going to get $100 an hour off them. But it's something. It's something extra. I am thinking about going solar, because we can make a bit of money out of electricity by putting up some small solar panels. But they are quite expensive. They're $20,000 each. But they do produce, I think, $200 an hour or something. So, yeah, I don't want to go overboard with the sort of income, the side income. But, I mean, the side income never hurts. So, I definitely want it. I just don't want excessive amounts of it, because it can get to a point where it's just a little bit stupid. But yeah, I want to keep it realistic, and to the point where it's maybe possible. I mean, you're not going to earn $1,000 per hour on water anytime soon. But, I mean, for the game economy and everything, it's way off real life. So, for the game, I'm trying to keep it realistic in the game economy. And $1,000 per hour kind of makes sense. But anyway, I've been thinking that up here maybe is a good spot for our silos, I think. Maybe up here somewhere, behind these trees. Here. We can put some silos up here, because they'll look really, really nice from the farm. And there's some space up here. And we can quite easily put a road in here that goes from the road down there to the road back there. And from the sort of seed silos over there, or seed bins, up to here. So this could be a very, very nice place, which I don't think we're going to be putting crops in anytime soon. And yeah, because it's sort of on a hill, they'll be visible from a long way away. And I think it'll look pretty freaking cool. And then in the final news for today's episode, I'm just trying to catch you guys up on everything here, because you think a lot when harvesting. And I've also got some ideas for new fields, where the next fields could go. But that would be later on when we get bigger combines and that sort of stuff. But anyway, in other news, our trees have started to grow. So they seem pretty healthy. And they're a little bit bigger than what they were when we planted them. I mean, they're still tiny. But they're there. So that's exciting. I mean, we've got some tiny trees coming up. And there's another one. So yeah, very happy about that. We've got trees all over the place popping up now. So yeah, soon we'll be able to sort of see what it's going to look like with our trees that we planted. And then we can sort of look at them and go, yeah, maybe we need one there and one there and one there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I think that was a pretty good one. I'm very excited for the harvest. In the next episode, we are probably going to sell the crops. And I really want to try get some sheep in the very near future. So we've got the tractor now. And now we've got quite a lot of equipment because we're not selling any of the other tractors. And we need to do something with all of that equipment. And I want to do something outside of just sort of seeding and harvesting and all of that good stuff. Sort of outside of arable. Arable will probably always remain the main focus of the farm, but I definitely want to get into some livestock, and I think sheep is a good place to start. The chickens are just a pain, but I'm going to keep them because they're not as much work as they used to be with the broom now. So, yeah, I think we're going to try and do the crops, get that all sold off, and then we're going to look into buying some sheep and a sheep pasture and where we're going to put them and how it's going to fit into the future of the farm and all of that good stuff, because it does take some planning to make all of this work. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.